Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, welcome boxing fans around the world to another episode of the Friday Night Panel featuring yours truly and Tim Witherspoon. And we're waiting for Mike Ward to get on, and hopefully Cedric Ben will join us as well. But let's start off with the top news item of the day, just for our British friends. I was speaking to Tim earlier just today about Jared Anderson cracking the top 10 on ESPN's heavyweight list. So that's great news for American boxing. It's great news for the heavyweight division, and I really hope that next year will be his year to really shine through and beat up some of those English guys.
He has the skills. He has the skills that got him there, and he's exciting. So I'm looking forward to him progressing and then eventually fighting for the title.
I've seen some recent pictures of him. I didn't realize just how really big he is. He is a big boy.
Yeah, 6'4", like what, how much, 40?
Well, let's put it this way. His arms are as big as my thighs. Like he's a big muscular guy.
He's an athlete too. He's an athlete, and he put his combinations together. And I know he's going to fight for the title one day. But you gotta have both offense and defense. Just be ready.
Yep. This past week, we've been talking a lot, quite frankly, about the. Oh, there he is. Oh, and there he goes. We almost had him. We were talking about the fights that were ordered by was it the WBA or WBC? I can't remember. WBC. Errol Spence ordered to fight Thurman, and anyway, just point is a couple of these ordered fights just to sort out some of the divisional rankings. Did you follow that at all, Tim? Because there were three main fights that were ordered.
Bits and pieces. You had talked about it last time, and then little bits and pieces. But I've been trying to get in shape, and I just now, like when you were sending me the link, I was just now saying, like, man, I got to get up on some of this stuff too, because all this stuff. In boxers, we should know some. We should know some, but to know not that much about the current, like, everything. Bam, 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 bam. So does Mike.
Well, I do a news show every morning, Monday to Friday, and the fellows over in England, Christian von Sponak, he operates a site called boxing247.com, and he just fills his page with new items from all around the world. So I literally have to read all these news stories and prioritize, because I set myself like 10, 15 minutes for each news segment. And so I simply don't have the time to read all the news, but I certainly am abreast of what is happening on a global level with respect to fights that are occurring, whether they be fighting in Europe, whether they be fighting in South America or Mexico, whether they be fighting in America, or even in our backyard in Canada. So I do keep myself abreast, and I keep myself abreast of, the various organizations, the decisions they're making, the various promoters, and who they're, putting together, in terms of fights, and also keeping track of where these fights are occurring. Like where are the hotbeds of boxing today? Philadelphia is certainly one of the hotbeds in America, without a doubt. Madison Square Garden, the Hulu Theater, is starting to pick up a bit of steam. This is all post-COVID stuff, so it's really good to see. There's a fellow out there by the name of Rick Ramos. He trains.
I heard that name. Yeah,
he's out in Chicago, and he had Justin McCaskill, I believe, go over to England and have a fight. And I think based on the money they make, because he just put out an announcement saying, I'm looking for more fighters, I'm looking for more trainers, but he's based in Chicago or thereabouts, probably one of the suburbs of Chicago. But so it just goes to show you that I think boxing is picking up steam And last week I mentioned quite a lot about the California scene and it being influenced a lot by
Okay.
the Mexicans, not the Mexicans from Mexico, but the people who live in the southwest part of the states who are of Mexican descent.
Okay.
Well, one of the divisions that is picking up in terms of its popularity is the lightweight division. There's a lot of really, really good young names, and they're
Throwing
really.
them left hooks too.
Pardon me.
Throwing them left hooks too. They
Well,
say they be saying like a lot of people say them Latin brothers be throwing that left hook everywhere.
let me have a quick look here. Oh, right. So let me just run through quickly the lightweights because these guys' names pop up all the time. Devin Haney,
Okay,
uh,
Devin Haney, yeah,
right?
yeah,
He's ranked number 1 on the
yeah,
ESPN rankings. Just beat George Kambosos Jr.
okay.
Lomachenko, Vasily Lomachenko, number 2. Tank Davis, number 3. George Kambosos, number 4. These are all names we Pitbull
Tank
Cruz,
Davis.
right? Yep. William Zapita. Oh, this one I'm not familiar with. Jeremiah Nakathila. Jeremiah Nakathila.
Gotta learn how to pronounce that
Yeah,
name.
that's a good one. I don't know if that's
Say that again. Say that again.
Jeremiah Nakathila.
Nakatela. Okay, that's not too
Nakathila.
bad.
Oh, there's no link to where he's from. Gustavo Lemos, Zaur Abduliev. Now we're getting to some good ones. Oh, and Jermaine Ortiz, and he just
Okay.
lost to Vasily Lomachenko. So those are the top 10 in the lightweight division according to ESPN. So it's a really tight division. I'm noticing anyway. It's a fun division to watch. I'm just. Well, is Mike online here? Let's have a quick look. No, he's not. So
But
I'll keep it just for fun. I'll go up this list here. The junior welterweight division, it's up to 140 pounds, right? Jack Catterall, the British guy, he's looking to
I never
face.
heard of him.
Oh yeah,
But,
he
yeah.
had a controversial fight against Josh Taylor, like
Okay, okay. Now I
earlier
know
this
Josh
year.
Taylor. I
Yeah,
know
and
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor. He was ranked number 1, but for some reason they put Jack Catterall. So Josh Taylor's got a 19-0 record. Jack Catterall's got 26-1 record. But Jack Catterall is up there at number 1 right now. Jose Ramirez, number 3. Regis Progress, number 4, 27-1. Wow. Jose Zapita, 35-2. Wow. Ryan Garcia, 23-0. Woo! Sabriel Mateus, 18-1. Arnold Barbosa Jr., 27-0. Wow. Ooh. Oh, this is the division that has Teofimo Lopez Jr., 17-1. I like him a lot. Jose Pedreza, 29-4-1. He recently he drew Richard Comey. So that's good. Did Mike get on yet? Oh my goodness, Mike, what's going on?
Wait a minute. Okay, I thought it was my mom that called. I'm sorry.
You ready? You
No, I
ready?
was listening to you. I was listening to you. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Mike, what Mike doing?
He must be his internet in his igloo must not be working quite well right now. Here's some names you might know in the welterweight division. Because this is one of my favorites, quite frankly. I know I talk a lot about the lightweights. I talk about the heavyweights, but the welterweight division. Number 1, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
Right?
Terrence
Yeah.
Crawford.
Hey.
Yep.
Errol Spence Jr.
I gotta look at these skills a little bit more.
Yeah, well, Terrence Crawford,
Spence.
38-0.
I know. Terrence
38.
Crawford.
Errol Spence Jr., 28-0. Jared Boots Ennis, 29-0.
Ooh.
Virgil Ortiz Jr., 19-0.
Yeah, all that good work.
Yordinas Yugas, 27-5. And he's sitting there at number 5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Amantas Stanionis, 14-0. Keith Thurman, 30-1. Wow.
When the last time? There he is. Yes!
I have to work off my cell phone because my computer's having a little bit of an issue. It doesn't want to ever restart.
I was almost getting ready to go on mine too. Until my daughter hit me up.
That's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm here finally.
All right. As Eddie Barrington says, Mike's got to chip the ice off his Wi-Fi modem. All right.
Oh man, it must be all the crazy rain that we've been having all day.
Jokes from the north. Hey, I was just running through some of the divisions, some of the really tight divisions after ESPN came out with their new rankings this week, and I know
Big Baby's in that one, isn't he?
that's right. He just cracked the top 10. We started off with the heavyweights, and actually, I didn't run through the heavyweight list. I went through the lightweight list. I went through the welterweight list.
That boy's strong.
He said this time next year he's gonna retire his parents and take care of all their bills.
That's right. That's what he said.
Yeah. I believe him.
So we got some fights this weekend, Mike.
Oh my God, yeah, we do. Of course.
Oh, he said, "Oh my God, He said,
So
"Oh my God."
I guess Tim and I get sit back and listen for a while.
Well, yeah, you can sit back and listen for a while if you want.
Who are you starting off with? Who's your featured fight this week?
Who is it going to be? I guess we're going to start off with the Jonas and DiChiara card.
Good.
Natasha Jonas, Dalton Smith, Frazier Clark, and many more will light up the blockbuster night of boxing on Saturday, the 12th of November. This one I can't wait to see. The Unified World WBC, WBO, IBF, and Ring Magazine Super Welter titles will be on the line at the AO Arena in Manchester, England, when Natasha Miss GB Jonas faces defending Marie-Eve DiChiara.
Yeah, DiChiara from Montreal.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that fight?
It's gonna be a great fight.
Jonas is 12-2-1 with 8 KOs. She conquered Patricia Bergold for the WBC belt earlier this month in her home city of Liverpool. The converted green strap joined her pink WBO belt in her trophy cabinet, and now the belt in her trophy cabinet. And now the former Olympian wants to add DiChiara's IBF belt and Ring Magazine titles to her collection and write herself another glorious chapter in boxing's history books. Her quest for global domination takes Jonas into a clash with Canada's two-time world champion, DiChiara, 18-1-0 with one knockout in what promises to be a monumentous world championship encounter with all 3 titles on the line. Can't wait for this one.
That's where you just said monumentous.
That's kind of high.
That's a Canadian word we use all the time. Monumentous.
That's right. And I've used it because there is a Canadian fighting. Yes.
Hey, out of curiosity, do you know what that one loss on Marie-Eve's record is? It's to another British fighter, I think. I'm just having a senior moment.
You know what? I'm having a computer moment, so unfortunately I can't go back and look at the moments. But it slips my mind. I'm watching so many fighters and so many records that it's hard to just bring them all out of the Rolodex like that.
Well, you don't have no children.
I've got children. Yeah,
you don't have to take care of them, right? You get all the information. No, you take care of them, but you be out there trying to get the info, right?
Yes.
Wow.
So
she's a pretty girl. I gotta say that.
Professional defeat to date was to Shields back in March of 2021, following a unanimous decision. So there you go. But she reclaimed her vacant IBF title when she produced a stunning stoppage win over Cynthia Lozano last December in Montreal. The main event between Jonas and DiChiara in Manchester tops the bill in what promises to be unmissable boxer bill, screened live and exclusive in the UK Republic and Ireland on Sky Sports Boxing. Man, they're kicking butt with some of these fights. Man, they're doing really, really well.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're laughing at Tim and his haircut.
I know. I like it.
No. He said, "Why do I get my hair cut all the time?"
You don't look a day over 40, Tim.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
As opposed to
you gotta stick to the boxing. This guy, he's making us laugh.
Yeah, he is. We're interrupting Mike here with our frivolous comment. All right,
okay.
Go ahead, Mike.
It's all good. Honestly,
have you talked about Frazier Clark yet?
I was just about to touch big Frazier Clark. 3-0 with those 3 knockouts. Will bid to continue his impressive and rapid rise up the heavyweights rankings as he takes on his toughest professional challenge to date in the form of experienced veteran Kamal Skolowaski, who is 11-26-3 with 4 knockouts. Clark has won all 3 of his professional bouts thus far with 3 devastating knockouts, if you guys remember. And the Tokyo 2020 Team GB Olympic bronze medalist will be hungry to add another stoppage to his huge highlight reel of knockouts here. Earlier in the evening, Manchester's own Bradley the Sting Ray. Love this kid, man. 14-0, 6 knockouts will put his unbeaten record on the line when he takes on English middleweight champion Tyler Denny, who's 14-2-3. Ray has developed a reputation for an all-action style. Will look to make this another crowd-pleasing contest for his hometown fans. So, yeah, this is definitely a good way to start boxing. Is what I think. There was a card today, though. Do you guys want to touch on that a little bit?
Go for it.
Earlier today, this one was 2 p.m. November 11th. The Sonny N-Words Alverno card. If you guys haven't,
Sonny Edwards, yeah.
That happened today. Pardon me.
Where at?
Oh, in the UK.
Oh, in the UK. Okay.
Yeah, it got underway today, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Sonny Edwards defends his IBF title against Felix Alverno on an exceptional night of boxing in Sheffield. Yeah, guys, if you didn't see that, we had Showtime, who's 18-0 with 4 KOs, was on the card as well. It's this is one that I'm going to have to go back and watch. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch it earlier. Put on by Probellum.
Wait a minute, who won?
I don't know yet. I didn't watch it. I got to go back and watch it. It happened today at 2 p.m. I was busy.
Who promoted it? Who promoted it?
Probellum.
Probellum promotion.
Oh, okay.
Richard Schaefer. Who was on that undercard? Because I've been talking about that all week. There was someone on that undercard.
There was a bunch of good underweight action. Started off with, I believe the card started off 6-round super middle contest. Nicole Campbell, 9-1, took on Fran Radnick. There was an 8-round super welter contest. Ishmael Davies took on Dustin Aman. There was also Levi Kinciona taking on Ellen Cicerosi. Also, the British super flyweight title final eliminator Thomas Ezomba took on Marcel Brathwaite.
Yeah.
Also, we had we had a bunch of undercards here, man. We had Jack Bateson taking on Shabiz Masood, and then Sonny Edwards, Felix Alverno, and this was going to be good. Oh, also on the card was Lisa Whiteside and Eva Cantos. So there was a bunch of great undercard action. Definitely, I got to go back and watch it today, so we can find our knockout of the week for Sunday. Also, the big one that we're all talking about that I can't wait to see, it's got to be Alam Kanuli versus Bentley. This is a big one. Janovic to defend his WBO middle title against British standout Denzel Bentley in the main event. Estrada will defend her WBA minimum weight title against Jasmine Gala Villarno. And this one's going to be great. WBO middleweight world champion Janovic, Kazakh-style Alam Kanuli, a southpaw power puncher from Kazakhstan, will make his first defense of his title against two-time British champion Denzel Bentley. This one gets underway at Pearl Concert Theater and Palms Casino in Las Vegas. So make sure you get on board for this one. In the co-feature, undefeated pound-for-pound queen Sinistia Superbad Estrada, who holds the record for fastest female knockout in boxing. 7 seconds, 7 punches.
Woo.
Big one. Can't wait to see her get back in there and do what she does best, and that is own it. Honestly,
sorry, Mike, was that the fight where she put the poor girl in hospital?
No, I don't think she went to hospital. That was the one where literally the bell rang, 7 punches, 7 seconds, and then the ref was waking the girl up, letting her know she was in the ring.
Oh,
honestly, matchmakers. It was a crappy matchmaking, man. To be honest, that girl.
I seen that one.
You seen that one? She shouldn't have been in that ring, man. She should have been in that ring.
That's the girl. She turned her back and got hit some more, right?
She just got bap.
Then she turned away. Then she turned away a little bit, right?
That was it.
Because she was sleeping by then.
Yeah. And then I think she went down. Yeah, I saw that. Whoa.
It was a huge one. It was a huge.
That's about a month and a half ago.
No, that was last year sometime.
Because I remember Natalie Brown talking about it.
It was a videotape. I seen it.
Yeah, this is so this card, I can't wait. In undercard action, Raymond Danger Muratella, 15-0, 12 KOs, will fight in an 8-rounder. Muratella is coming off his one-sided decision over Valentera. And then we got who I love seeing in the ring, man, Antonio El Gigante Morales.
El Gigante.
The monster, the big boy. 5-0, 5 KOs, the 6'9" heavyweight. He will fight his first scheduled 6-rounder. Morales has 3 consecutive second-round knockouts after scoring a pair of first-round stoppages to start his career. Junior welterweight Landolfo Delgado. Love this kid as well. 16-0, 13 KOs, is coming off an epic decision victory over previously unbeaten Omar Aguilera in August and hopes to inch closer to title contention in the 8-rounder. Also, Olympian Carlos Balderas, who is 13-1 with 11 KOs, looks to make it 5 wins in a row in an 8-round lightweight bout. And then former amateur superstar Javier Milwaukee-made Martinez profiled him this week on the show. 7-0, 2 KOs, returns in a 6-rounder at the super middleweight. And lightweight Charlie Sheehy, we've talked about him before. It's 4-0, 3 KOs. A fearsome puncher from the Bay Area, makes his 4th appearance in 2022 in a 4-rounder. So this one,
I didn't know that actor turned pro.
Pardon me?
I didn't know that actor turned pro. Charlie Sheen, the actor. Did you say Charlie Sheen?
My gosh.
No, not Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheehy. I'm just playing.
Tim's gone comedian on us.
No, I'm
just playing.
I paid to see Charlie Sheen get in there for sure. I would.
Charlie Sheen. Remember Charlie Sheen?
Oh, who? How can you forget Charlie Sheen? Come on.
Yeah.
Also, guys, 9 p.m. tomorrow, Montana Love. I love watching this guy. Will headline at his home in Cleveland, Ohio, for the first time in his career as he defends his IBF North American Super Lightweight title against Stevie Park at Rocket Mortgage Field on Saturday. Guys, this one's going to be great. Love, he's 18-0.
Yep.
And 1 with 9 KOs. Boxes in his backyard for the 4th time in his career, but first time as a star attraction, and does so making the first defense of his strap that he landed in his last outing, outputting Gabriel Valenzuela in Las Vegas on May 7th on the undercard of the Alvarez and Bivol card. There's, the 27-year-old is ranked at number 7 in the IBF and will be looking to put on a statement performance ahead of the vacant IBF world title being claimed by either Ponce or Mateus this fall. And the man Love will need to impress against Australian puncher Spark, who has plenty at stake himself. The Viking, he's 15-2 with 14 knockouts, penned a promotional pact with Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, and his first bout under the deal seems him straight into the Lion's Den on his U.S. debut. So the 25-year-old from Totowamba in Queensland has ended 14 of his 15 wins inside the distance, and the former IBF and WBC Australasia champion will be out to run Love's homecoming and leap into that world title contention. So, both these guys got a lot to prove. Both these guys got a lot to step up and show. And honestly, this one's going to be a battle. Definitely both these guys, very skilled boxers. They're great on that front foot. They're great on that back foot. They got good defense. Both know how to play the level. So it's definitely going to be a really technical match. So I can't wait to see this one get underway. What fights are you guys waiting for? Because I know there's.
I know you're not asking me.
Well, hey, Tim,
Richardson Hitchens is on here, taking on Yomar Almeo for the vacant.
Hang on. Before you get into your next series, there, Mike. Let's just ask Tim the 3 big questions that have popped up, courtesy of his fan club. Bunkiki wants to know what your favorite food is.
I like pasta.
That's it?
I like pasta.
He seems like he's always cooking chicken, though. You're always cooking chicken, Jam.
I turned real quick. I turned vegetarian for a while. I was just eating all vegetables. It was spicy, but I like my favorite food. I like pasta and I like rice. I like vegetables.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, but I don't really like. Well, beef and pork I haven't eaten in 50 years. I want to stop. Yeah, 50 years. I want to for 50 something years. I haven't eaten beef or pork. Chicken and fish I laid off for like 5 years, and now I'm thinking about leaving that alone too. So
Where do you get your protein from?
From the vegetables. Look at your strongest animals are like elephants and the ones that eat vegetables is strong. Rhinos.
Okay.
Yeah, they strong. They eat vegetables.
You got me there.
You can get protein. You can get protein out of a lot of other things too.
So, but Bonky Key's also asking if there was a Crawford versus Spence fight. Who you got?
If you're talking to me, I think.
Yeah, he's asking
me real quick. I think that whoever won doesn't display better defense or any defense at all, they're going down because I'm gonna say it real quick. They don't emphasize a lot of defense these days. Everybody just throwing punches and looking pretty. You can get hit with a punch. So I'm analyzing that whoever gets hit with the first punch. Because they both keep their hands low and they throw punches widely. They're in good shape and throwing sharp punches, but at any time doing that, either one of them can get caught. So, but I like Crawford. Crawford a little more tighter than he's a little more tighter and staying with short ones. And
since he split up with Bob Arum, I noticed he's speaking out a lot more these days. It will be interesting to see who wins between Thurman and Spence. That's going to be a pretty good brawl.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do boxing and try to be a businessman. Is he trying to take care of his own business?
Right.
Is he trying? I couldn't do it. It was hard. I got to concentrate on getting in shape. A lot of things. My family. There's got to be a person helping you with the business. So, I tried it and I couldn't do it. So is Crawford trying to be a businessman? Because that could hurt him preparing for the fight, doing the business.
He definitely has a team because I contacted his publicist and asked her name is Julie. I asked Julie whether she could ask Terrence to come on our show on Friday night before his big fight coming up. I think he's fighting on December 10th. Anyway, the last question from Bonky Key is how much can you bench press?
You're not talking to me.
I am. I'm not talking to Mike.
I can do two.
I can bench press 12 ounces.
Listen, I wasn't really a weightlifter. And that's why I think I'm behind when I was boxing. The Vander Holyfield, all them guys was pumping weights. I was just doing other stuff. But I can't lift no more than I can't bench press 250. I probably could do it. I'm not. I'm not gonna take up too much time on that answer. I'm just saying no, I can't lift heavy weights.
But Bonky Key's question actually was, could you bench press? It's pretty funny. Could you bench press Floyd Mayweather?
I could bench press him. Yeah, I could bench press him even if he's overweight. Yeah,
that's a pretty funny question. It is. All right, Mike. Sorry about the interruption. What do you got? Have you mentioned the Ricky Hatton card yet?
Oh yeah,
no,
Ricky Hatton.
Okay,
that's Ricky fighting, huh? That's Ricky.
The Ricky Hatton card, eh?
And his son is fighting. So that's Ricky fighting?
I think it's Ricky Jr.
His son.
No, I could have sworn I seen the age 44 and he's fighting. And then he looked like he was in shape. So they put it on the internet. So it's not Ricky.
I thought I heard Ricky.
I seen it today about a couple hours ago.
While you guys talk, I'm gonna have to quickly verify this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to verify because I know his son. I know his son was fighting.
Yeah,
I know his son was fighting coming up. I profiled him on the show this week or last week. Yeah. I know
I seen big senior Ricky look like he was in shape. Yep.
Wow, it is. It
right
is.
about 2 hours
It is.
ago.
It is
2
Ricky
hours
Hatton.
ago.
Ricky
wow.
Hatton versus Marco Barrera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. There we
Wow.
go.
44 years old.
I ain't that old, guys.
Wow. All right. I believe his son is it Campbell Hatton?
Yeah, Campbell Hatton is the son.
That's who you profiled, right?
Yeah,
So
that's who I
Ricky
profiled.
is fighting.
Yeah.
So Ricky is fighting.
Yeah. Marco Barrera.
Oh, wow.
How come
Wow.
nobody knew about it?
I think it was just pretty quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Well, Mike, you supposed to be knowing all this, man.
I know. Apparently, I didn't know. I didn't know about this one. I've had a busy week though.
This is taking place in Manchester.
Okay.
Tomorrow night.
That's nice. That's pretty cool.
Let's see if it gives Barrera's record here. Wow. Ricky Hatton has a 45-3 record.
Yep.
Two of those losses came against talk about Floyd Mayweather. Wow. So two of those losses came against one Floyd Mayweather and the other Manny Pacquiao.
He came at you. Ricky came at you. He came at you and tough. He came at you.
This is the same card as Natasha Jonas and Marie Dicaire, as well as Olympian Fraser Clark.
Oh, I didn't even see his name on it.
Yeah, the full card is Ricky Hatton, Marco Barrera, Natasha Jonas, Marie Dicaire, Dalton Smith, Casey Benjamin, Tyler Denny, Bradley Rhea, Fraser Clark, Camille Solokowski, Dylan Chima, Jordan Ellison, Vidal Riley versus Ross McGuigan, Clark Smith to be announced, and Jack McKilgannon.
McKilgannon.
Wow, so there you go.
Great bunch of fighters on the card for sure.
Yeah, so that's a bigger card than we actually thought.
Yeah, it's massive.
That's Boxer out of Manchester put on that card.
Yes, and honestly, man, they've been doing well. They've definitely been doing some great cards over the last year. Shout out to them for that. So
I think you were mentioning another card before we interrupted you, Mike. Do you have...
No.
Well, that was it.
We touched on that. We touched on the other card.
So now we're talking about fried chicken.
Yeah,
deep fried. I don't like deep fried stuff.
The last time we finished on was our man Montana Love.
I don't like deep fried is not good for you.
No.
I gotta stop. I be doing it real fast and not deep fried, but I put it in, and it's real easy. I cut all the chicken up and cook it for her and me, and I know all that oil is not good for you.
You know how George Foreman's got the George Foreman grill?
Yep.
Oh.
Maybe Tim Witherspoon should have the air fryer, the chicken air fryer or something. Something completely healthy.
I'm up for anything.
We'll call it the Witherspoon hot plate.
Oh no, with a fork, with a knife, with a plate.
Yeah. And the recipe for the fried chicken.
Ooh.
Air fried.
Yeah, air fried. I've never even tried it.
There's a lot of chickens out there too. I've seen a whole bunch of...
What else we got coming up here? We got I don't know, the ongoing saga of Terrence Crawford we've talked about. We talked about Big Baby.
Is that fight is it gonna materialize, that fight, Crawford and
Spence? Well, they have to get by the next respective fights. So Crawford's going to his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska, and as I said,
that fight ready to go now.
Thurman's talking on.
I think that fight ready to go now. I don't know if one of them going to lose. They ain't going to take that chance. I know their team probably carefully picked who they're fighting or just been watching them, so they so they don't mess up. But that fight it should be tried. They should try to do it now. I know that it's hard, but now they putting them they're going to fight another fight. They taking a chance. They're messing up the big money fight, right?
Yep.
They probably guarantee, man. I'm watching this guy. Let me see if this guy is too rough. We're not going to get him. Even though Spence and Crawford are tight and they ready, they ready to go, but there might be somebody out there to surprise them. So
Well, I think that's why Terrence Crawford's chosen to fight in his hometown, Omaha, Nebraska. It's a relatively small arena, but so he'll probably sell it out. But he's fighting David Avnasian, right? So, I'm not really sure what big
Is he a risk? Is it this guy? Is it a risk? Is it a chance he's taking?
Nah,
No,
no way. Terrence
Okay.
Crawford's gonna kill him,
Okay.
in my humble opinion. And then my guess, you can only guess at these things because anything can happen. But I'm pretty sure Errol Spence will beat Thurman.
He ain't gonna blow that big money thing.
Thurman's getting a bit old, so that then would set up, if they both win, that then would set up a Crawford versus Spence fight next year.
That's a nice amount of money.
And it'll be a good fight. That'll be, if that happens, if they can make that happen, that will be a really good fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Your mic's dead there, Mike. Mike.
My mic died.
There you go. You're back on.
Okay, perfect. I'm having such technical difficulties tonight.
Damn. I thought he was on all the time.
He's running out of battery.
You're probably.
You didn't go nowhere. He didn't go nowhere.
Oh. What the heck?
See, that's what you get.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Honestly, the Montana Love card and the Steve Sparks. I can't wait for this card. You guys got to watch out for Raymond Ford. I've been talking about this kid for some time. Every fight for this kid right now is like a step up fight. And honestly, the trio of up and coming contenders that are going to be featured on this card, and the two rising stars in the 140-pound weight class will put their talents on display in separate bouts. But in the ranks, featherweight, Raymond Savage Ford, guys, watch out for this kid, man. He's 12-0-1 with 6 KOs. He's ready to showcase his skills when he faces Lucas. Lucas is no joke either. The kid is both these guys are going to be able to get in there and really show us what's going on. Lucas is 25-1-1 right now with 17 KOs. He's a boxer who doesn't possess high level of hand speed, so he relies heavily on timing because he likes to operate in the pocket and sits on his shots. So Lucas uses very little movement because he's content with standing in front of his opponent. But Ford is more of a pure boxer, but in his most recent fights, he's shown that he has the ability to press forward and assume the role of the aggressor. But Ford is 23, Lucas is 38. So they're calling this a step-up fight. Every fight really that Ford has been in at this point in his career, they're all considered step-up fights. So guys, watch out for this guy on this undercard of this event, man. Definitely not going to want to miss that fight for sure. Raymond Ford taking on Shakira Lucas. So on that undercard, it will be on the televised portion probably for sure.
Out of curiosity, Mike, who is that young lady you profiled today? Yocasta Valley, Yocasta Vale.
Yocasta Valley. She's signed to Golden Boy. She's signed to Golden Boy. She's honestly, you got to watch this girl. She's going to be in the ring on the 26th, putting her titles on the line. She's holding, I believe it is the IBF and WBO titles. She's a force to be reckoned with in that minimum weight division. So she's young, hungry, and up and coming. And she hasn't really gotten a lot of notice in her career. She hasn't really fought in the U.S. Too much. So this is going to be definitely a showcasing. See what this girl's got. I've been following her for a little while.
Is she out of Mexico?
She is from Nicaragua.
Oh,
yeah. She's got a pretty good story there.
Well, I'll tell you, if she's from Nicaragua, I guarantee it starts from the ground up.
Yes, it does.
Having been to Nicaragua, having experienced the Nicaragua culture, it's pretty rough.
You was there?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I actually have a really funny story. It's not boxing related though, but it's a pretty funny story.
That's okay.
Do you want to hear it? Do boxing fans want to hear the story?
Why not?
So we started off in Puerto Rico, and we were actually selling solar panels, not actually just individual solar panels, but what are called solar arrays or farms. And we wanted the Nicaraguan government to consider building huge solar farms to tap into what's called the CPAC line that goes all the way from Mexico down to Colombia, and making them a net exporter of energy. So prior to meeting the energy minister, though, I met a fellow by the name of Senor Pellis. Senor Pellis happens on his office wall, happens to have a picture of him and the Pope. So, then we have Yocasta's Costa Rica, and so it defeats my whole story.
Huh?
So anyway,
right,
so
shooting for the stars.
so I go in there to speak to Senor Pellis to find out if his business, 600 businesses, this man. Okay.
Woo!
So I said, hey, due to the lack of electricity in your country of Nicaragua, do you want us to put a solar panel on your roof of all your business? What do you say? He goes, no. He goes, it's not my business. The business of electricity is in the hands of the government. So you have to go meet the government. Now, the government, as you might recall, is the Sandinista government. And me being a fan of the Clash, go, oh, this is going to be easy. I'm going to walk in there, talk about Sandinista, be no problem. Anyway, I walk in there and I meet the Minister of Energy with my business partner. And behind him is a picture of him on the wall with his AK-47 and his little gorilla cap. And but by nowadays, he's an old man. But the point of the matter is he goes, I understand you were speaking to Senor Pellis yesterday. Oh, yeah. He pushes a little button on his desk, and these two guys bigger than you, Tim, come out of nowhere and pick us both up and throw us out of his office. We go tumbling down the stairs outside onto the street.
Yeah, because they don't play around. You go over there.
No. He said to us as we're being thrown out of his office, Senor Pellis and the Sandinista went to war, because it was the business versus the communist side of things. So anyway, we didn't know that. We didn't know any of the politics other than what I'd learned from the Clash. So it was a pretty funny moment in my life. But anyway, having said all that, apparently Yocasta is from Costa Rica, not Nicaragua. So
Yocasta Valley was born in Nicaragua, moved to Costa Rica, and now visits Nicaragua to see her grandfather.
Fair enough. Okay, thanks for
How
clarification.
you know all that stuff?
Because I profiled her today at 4:00 on the female Friday version of Knuckle Up, which you can check on this channel. Just scroll down and click.
That had nothing to do with what he just said, right?
No, nothing.
Oh,
nothing
you fooling me, man. I'm trying to follow the show.
He is taking on Evelyn Bermudez, who is 17-0-1, and that's on the 26th, so next weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. That one's for the IBF and WBO World Light Fly titles.
And that's going on in California?
I believe so. I believe that one is Carson. It's going on in Carson,
California.
And it is on the card. It's the California State Athletics Commission. It is the Zepadia and Progress card. It is the co-main event for that.
That's going to be a good fight as well.
The card is really big. We got the Vargas kids on here. We got Amado and Fernando Vargas are on it. We got Austin Brooks, Raquel Miller, Nathan Rodriguez, Bakador Jalalovic, and Charles Conwell, Ruben Torres. All these guys are trying to keep that big O. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a great card to watch. You're not gonna want to miss that one. That one's taking place on USA Fight TV. So definitely one to be watching.
Good news. Speaking of good news, before you came on the air, Mike, I was just about to tell Tim what our good news was. Talkin Fight has been nominated as Sports Podcaster of the Year by the English group who organizes that award. So we're looking forward, quite frankly, over the next few months to find out who's going to win that, because that would be quite a prestigious event for us. It would certainly guarantee us a lot more, I don't know how you say this, fame and fortune, shall we say? Fingers crossed on that one. But anyway, it was good news this week that we got. We're nominated as in the sports division podcast of the year. What's that?
Just to be nominated is an honor.
Yeah,
there are a ton of boxing podcasts out there, and just to know that we're making our mark and letting people know who we are, and people know who we are, and it's
beautiful.
Great. It's great.
So we've been recognized not only by Bonky Key, but other people as well.
Yes. Yo, Bonky Key. What's up, brother?
That is beautiful.
Definitely. I can't wait. And we're gonna drop some new shows soon too. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be dropping some new shows, so everybody be on the lookout for that. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Tim Sensei.
Looking forward to it.
So who? Just a quick little backtrack. Who your knockout of the week was somewhat controversial last week, right?
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but somebody ended up in a coma due to that one.
An induced coma.
An induced coma. Thoughts and prayers are with the family of the fighter. It's never a good thing when you have to be medically induced into a coma because of damage suffered. That fight, Morrell Jr., he showed that he is a force to be reckoned with in that ring, and that he does have power and scary power. This kid's laying up in a hospital bed now, in a coma, and it's touch and go. They don't really. There's no real. I haven't got any updates as of yet. I just know that he was in this coma, and that the family wants to, be respected at this certain time, and they're not really trying to have media all up in their face. So, I guess time will tell how he does.
Let's hope he'll be all right.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, it's a sad thing. You don't expect going into the ring to not being able to go home at the end of the night. It's and it happens a little too often, to be honest. But Morrell, I'll tell you, Morrell put up a huge fight, man. It was a great match. If you guys watch it, it was very, very back and forth. These guys battled. They went to war, and Morrell came through with the vicious knockout. It was our knockout of the week. I'm sorry that it ended in the way that it did. And
what punch was it? What punch was it?
It was a left. So what happened is he came off the ropes. He caught this left. The left turned him into pretty much this right that was coming up. He didn't see it. Took it blind right on the face. Couldn't block it. No time. Just dropped him flat on his back. I shout out to Junior there. He went over afterwards and helped the other fighter get back to his feet with the referee and walked him over to his corner after the fight was over. So, show some good sportsmanship there. That was huge.
Yeah. Yeah. The other fighter, I believe it's from Kazakhstan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name. I tried in my show to pronounce his name and completely muffed it. But he's a Kazakh, and he was really looking forward to the fight, and he was well prepared. So it wasn't a mismatch. It was just an unfortunate.
Yerbasi Nuli. That's the name.
Oh,
Yerbasi Nuli is his name.
Basanuli.
Yeah. Yeah. It was not a mismatch by any means.
No.
It was it was a great fight.
He just caught him with the shots, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. He got hit with the right shots, and that's just how it went. It was a big fight though. David Morrell Jr., man, he's the real deal, and he's really showing that he's got that power, man, to put people away.
What weight class is this?
I believe that's 160-ish. I think. Is it?
While Mike's looking that up, Tim, that belt behind you, the Bonky Key's talking about, isn't that your replacement belt?
Yeah. Actually, they never gave me a replacement belt because I was talking negative about the boxing, about the WBC and all that. So they took mine and they never sent me a replacement. My agent, I have an agent, Kevin Baker over in Banbury, England. He sent it to me from England. So they make they was making belts and doing belts with champions over there. So he sent it to me, that particular belt. They awarded it to me, really. I had to go to England just to get this belt. So
it's one of a kind, therefore priceless. So Bonky Key, I don't think you're getting it.
No, this is a real belt. Everything is the same type of belt.
I'm telling you, it is a real belt.
England gave it to me instead of my own country.
Those English, they're such nice guys.
That's
Yeah,
it was super middle, 168.
Yeah, 168.
We drink too much over there. Y'all,
And that was for the WBA World Super Middle title.
Oh,
yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, this was a step up fight for Morrell Jr. Like, Ados was 16-0 going into that fight.
wow!
Ooh, how many knockouts?
16-0 going into that fight, and that went
knockouts? How many knockouts?
How many knockouts does he hold? He has in total 11.
That's 11 not bad.
Knockouts. Yeah. So he's sporting that, that percentage, man. He's over the 60%. He's at like 64.5%, 65% knockout rate. The guy was, he was. It was supposed to be a really, really good fight and a step up fight for Morrell Jr. And he came through, man. He was only 7 fights going into that one. He's now 8-0. Has that strap. It was a big fight. Definitely a good one.
That's really good. Hope that boxer pull out of it and stuff, and
yeah,
everything. You got hit pretty hard, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll send you over the video after, Tim. You can
no, don't send me the video.
I'll send it over to you. You can watch it and you can critique it. And
okay.
Yeah, you can. He took that last shot. He took it. It was he was dazed enough where he was unable to defend himself.
How many rounds? How many rounds?
It went the distance. It went 12 rounds. It went 12 rounds and he got knocked out. I think it was like 230 something, 230 into the round.
In the last round.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. He was fatigued too.
He was fatigued. He was down twice prior to the stoppage. So, he had hit the mat twice and gotten back up. So
what is this guy? It's this guy. He said Don King said that his best friend is Tim. Don don't really dislike me. I don't really, we okay. He did this stuff. I ain't gonna go into it. That guy. Okay. Yeah, I might hit him with the right hand.
Christy Martin works with Don King these days.
Yeah. And you already know the guy, DeBose, he fought for Don. He had to wait about a week to get his money, right?
Yeah.
Right. He had to wait about a week or 10 days to get his money. Kind of like when that happened, I was like, ooh, something flashed in me. I said, oh no. If he retire, I'm just saying, if he just come back and find a way to grab onto the people, he can go down in history as the greatest promoter of all times. But some people still think, even though he ripped people off, he got it. It's just that one thing taken from people, and he could go down as the best. He's good. He is. He's a really actor. He's an actor and everything, and when people ain't around, we good. But when people come around, he trying to like ignore me and stuff. And yeah, so let's see if this
is it Bonky Key phoning you?
No, that's Shania for the first time in like 8 months. Went out with my daughter Mimi, and I think this is her maybe calling me.
Well, it's time to wrap it up anyway.
Yeah,
right?
time to wrap up. Well, Talkin Fight fans, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Friday Night Panel with yours truly, Mike Orr, Tim Witherspoon, and Graham Boyce, coming to you every Friday, bringing you the weekend's boxing. You know what it is. We'll see you next week, same time, same channel, new fights. Peace.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.